What's going on, everybody, and welcome to D Sim Corner and another episode of Flight Simulator from our friends at Microsoft. And once again, we in my favorite plane, the CJ4, and we're gonna take a short trip on the West Coast from LAX to San Fran International, KSFO. And today I'm gonna try something new. I'm going to try an ILS landing. Instrument landing system. This is my first time attempting an ILS. I've been mostly learning RNAV. ILS is an older system which uses instrumentation on the ground that sends signals to the plane and lets it know its location in correlation to the runway, as well as another piece of equipment that utilizes the glide scope. So that's what I'll be using my first time. Again, I'm still working on my landing as well, so you know what I'm saying? We're going to see how that all works out. And as you can see here, I'm getting all my flight plan loaded, the computer in order, putting in all the information, the departure arrivals, looked up the METARs for weather, so I can get an idea of what runways to use. For the most part, we're flying at a 2.5 in LA and landing at 2.8 left in San Fran. I actually really like this flight. Very easy. I'm getting the hang of using the CJ4 and it's all the systems. It's an awesome plane. Here we are. I'm picking my my SID transition. We're all set with that. Yeah, so you know, even getting a handle of using the VNAV on the plane, although there's no auto throttle, VNAV is so useful in just making sure that you're at the right altitude at the right time on your descent. Only because of the ILS is very, very specific on where you should be to intercept the ILS. So. VNAV is very, very useful. So let's get this computer all set up, and then we'll get ready to taxi and head on out of here and make our way up to SFO. So welcome to the flight deck. One thing I did learn when loading a flight plan is getting the all the vectors, wrong vectors, double waypoints, and discontinuities. I just can't pronounce. Listen, I try to say that word over and over. I've been practicing it to say that word, and I can't say it. Discontinuities, and I'm probably still saying it wrong, but you get it. Get those out of the flight plan, and as you can see here, everything connects. We have a nice looking route and it all makes sense. So it's very important if you want the plane to fly where you want it to fly and get to where you want it to get to. And we're gonna go we're not gonna go 43,000, although this plane could easily do it. I think these planes could go up to 45 is the limit. It's crazy for a small jet. These things are fast too, man. I mean, they're rockets, but they could go very high. And I guess you would want something small like this to go higher than commercial airliners. I mean, in my head, that's what I think you would want. And here we have the METARs, and those took time for me to learn and how to read, learning what information I need to extract from those, which is basically, you know, the degree and speed of the wind and the current temperature, And then, you know, the plane calculates how fast it needs to be going to get off the ground. So that's pretty much what that is. So we're gonna get these engines going, man, and get the show on the road. I just love the sound of the engine spooling up. Alright, we're gonna get the avionics on here. Make sure our beacon and nav is light on. I mean, I should have done that when I turned on the battery, but that's what happens when you don't go through the checklist. It's the reason why pilots go through checklists, and I'm not doing it. Alright. My invisible first captain, or first officer, is going to request a pushback. And we're going to get out of here.
Los Angeles ground push
There
rat
she
Bravo
is.
Romeo Echo 1779er requesting pushback.
Push rat Bravo Romeo
AC
Echo
on, man. You need some AC
1779er
back there.
request accepted.
Check our flight controls. Everything seems to be good. All right. Our boy Tito here is going to push us back. Took the brake off. Make sure my nav is correct. Flight director's on. And I think that's it, man. I think I'm ready to taxi. So, here we go. On to San Francisco. By the way, I want to give a shout out to everybody that's been checking out the
Los
videos,
Angeles ground push rat
enjoying
Bravo Romeo Echo
the content that I've been putting on the
1779er
channel.
requesting the end of pushback.
A few subscribers that have signed up. If you dig the video, if you dig the content, again, I'm at the beginning stages of
Los Angeles ground
the whole
push rat
simulator
Bravo Romeo
game
Echo
and everything like that.
1779er
So,
ready to taxi west departure
you
with
know,
Golf.
subs will be great. Leave comments, suggestions, you know what I'm saying, questions, whatever in the comment section, man. I'm always down to learn and interact with the rest of the community. So, anyways, D Sim Corner. Hit the subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff, all the YouTube jargon that you know what I'm saying, all the content creators say. So, anyways, man, we're about to take off.
May I have your attention, please? Welcome aboard the Citation CJ4 aircraft. Your flight crew will make every effort to make your trip a pleasant one. Smoking is prohibited aboard this aircraft, while the no smoking lights are illuminated and prohibited in the lavatory at all times. Aviation regulations require placards as well as flight crew instructions. For taxi, takeoff, and landing, please ensure that your lap belt and shoulder harness are fastened and all portable electronic devices are turned off. Position and your headrest extended per instructions located near your seat. To fasten your lap belt, place the flat metal end into the buckle. Pull on the lap belt strap to tighten the lap belt. To fasten the shoulder harness, pull the shoulder harness strap across and in front of you and hook the metal end onto the stud located on your lap belt. To release your lap belt, depress the latch release on the top portion of the buckle. To release the shoulder harness, unhook the metal end from the stud. Because of the possibility of unexpected turbulence, please keep your lap belt securely fastened about you at all times while in your seat. In the event of cabin depressurization, oxygen masks will automatically drop from overhead compartment. Locate the nearest mask, pull the mask down to the full length of the tubing, and place it over your nose and mouth. Adjust masks by pulling the elastic straps and breathe normally. Don your mask prior to assisting others with their masks. An emergency exit is located at the right side of the aft cabin. To open the emergency exit, remove the plastic panel covering the release handle. Turn the handle in the clockwise direction. Pull the top of the emergency exit inward, lifting the base out of the opening and into the cabin. Discard the emergency exit overboard. Exit the cabin by stepping through the opening onto the wing and continue forward off the wing. The main entry door, which you use to enter the aircraft, may also be used as an emergency exit. To open the main entry door, first push in on the inner paddle located above the inner handle. Second, pull down on the inner handle approximately 90 degrees. Push the door open and lower the stairs to exit the aircraft. Life vest locations are placarded near your seat. To don the life vest, tear open the storage bag and remove the vest. Place the life vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, buckle, and tighten the strap. For children, wrap the belt around a leg, buckle, and tighten the strap. Inflate the life vest after exiting the plane by pulling downward on both red tabs. If the life vest fails to inflate, blow into the manual inflation tubes attached to the vest. For information on the location and use of fire extinguishers, as well as other emergency or survival equipment, refer to your passenger briefing card or consult your flight crew. Thank you, and have a pleasant flight.
Los Angeles Tower Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779 are ready for west departure at runway 25 right.
Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779 altimeter 29.88 wind 180 at 6. West departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 25 right.
Cleared for takeoff runway 25 right Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779er.
And we're cleared for takeoff. So I have live traffic on, so let's see what kind of hilarity is going to happen right here. For some reason, when you get cleared for takeoff, you're not really cleared for takeoff. You either got a plane coming at you or a plane in front of you. But it's fun flying with live traffic because you get to see planes in the sky as you're flying by. So right here. And I called it. There's two planes on the runway. I don't think that's standard procedure. Alright. So we'll wait till my man takes off here. I'll turn on the flight recorder. And there he goes. I love how they just go down the runway and then just straight disappear. Like you would think you'd see them take off. You can't actually crash into anybody. you just actually just go right through them. So that's just the way. There's a lot of little bugs like that that you know, Asobo is working on for future updates. And we're gonna take it rolling takeoff, full throttle, V1, and rotate. I always like to say that. It makes me really feel like a pilot. I say rotate. Gears up.
Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779er, continue for west departure.
And
Los Angeles Tower Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779er, continue for west departure.
Bushrat
gonna
Bravo
activate
Romeo Echo
autopilot
1779er, leaving my airspace, frequency change
and
approved.
vertical speed.
Los Angeles Tower
And
Bushrat
that's it, man. You should be good to go, man.
1779er,
Gonna
frequency
lift up
change.
my flap.
SFO approach Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779er
There we go.
is type Cessna C25 Squawk 652 tree Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779er.
I gotta watch my speed here. I always overspeed on this thing because it's so fast,
Echo
man.
1779er, radar contact 3 miles west of Los Angeles, 2,300 feet. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
Cleared through the Bravo airspace Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779er.
Now we ascend to 12,000 and then to our cruise altitude of, what did I put? 33,000? Flight level 330.
Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779er.
One thing I always do forget when you turn autopilot is you want to make sure you turn your vertical speed on, because you have to let the plane know that you're, you know, at what angle you want to ascend. So it's the one thing I always forget. I hit the autopilot, forget the vertical speed, and the plane wants to drop like a rock. So once we're at cruising altitude, then I'll set the VNAV, which is actually is what controls your descent. So we're on our way to cruising, and show you the highlights. We're not gonna bore you with all the boring stuff in between, but just making sure that I had my throttle on climb.
You're leaving my airspace. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Frequency change
All right,
approved.
so we're good to go, man. Passengers from the back are happy.
Frequency change approved. Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779er.
We're in smooth
Los
sailing.
Angeles Center Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779er is type Cessna C25C 11 miles southwest of Santa Monica, 8,800 feet. Request flight following.
Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779er, Los Angeles Center. Squawk 7175.
Squawk 7175 Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779er.
Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779er, radar contact 13 miles southwest of Santa Monica, 10,200 feet. Altimeter 29.87.
Roger Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779er.
Altitude.
tree flight PR6, 3 miles southeast. Descend and maintain 8,300 feet. Expect vectors, visual runway 25 approach.
May I have your attention, please? At this time, please comply with the illuminated seatbelt and nose.
Altitude.
Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779er contact Los Angeles Center on 119er decimal 05.
119er decimal 05.
So the one cool feature of the Working Title mod is the ability to view Navi graph charts on the MFD. And here you can see I'm taking a look at where I should be capturing the localizer, and it's showing after the Heaton waypoint in the heading of 284. So that's where I should be able to grab the localizer. Although you see it, you see the localizer way before that, but it arms around this point. So that's why you have to have be ready to arm it, arm the approach once you get close to that marking. So the charts on here are very useful, because it'll actually bring up the chart depending on the approach you have programmed in the computer. So that's very dope. It's not like you have to go typing in information to bring up the chart. It'll automatically bring it up. Whatever approach you have, it'll bring up the proper chart you need to look at for that airport. So in here you see the glide scope and the waypoints before you touch down. So all very vital information that you need if you're going to input your approach before you start your descent. So yeah, it's very cool, man. Working Title has been doing an amazing job. They're actually working now alongside Obsobo and Microsoft to improve the G suites of the Garmin glass cockpit, man. And I just love all the progression that they're doing with this simulator. So yeah, so that's the Navigraph within the Working Title model.
Miles southeast. Climb and maintain 6,100 feet. Expect ILS runway 11 approach via Mike Quebec Oscar transition. Clear to Mike Quebec Oscar.
Climb and maintain 6,100 feet. Expect ILS runway 11 approach via Mike Quebec Oscar transition. Cleared to Mike Quebec Oscar generic 144.
May I have your attention, please? We have received indication that we may encounter turbulence. The lighted seatbelt sign has been turned on. Please be seated and fasten your lap belt. When the seatbelt sign is turned off, you may again move about the cabin. Thank you.
Had to warn Jeff Bezos back there that it's a little bumpy. It's a little bumpy up here. Got some mild turbulence going on. I mean, I could ask for permission to go up or come down, but we're gonna keep it cool right here. You know, a little bump, a little turbulence ain't hurting nobody. One thing I do need to learn and figure out is how to do custom views and work with the drone. This has a drone feature, which you could actually move around all around the plane, move all the way out. This is the drone feature here, but there's certain movements I still have to figure out how to do it. It's a very cool feature because you could actually like move away from far away from the plane and just go check out something and then come back. Yeah, it's very cool, man. It's real smooth too. I haven't seen any like frame drops using it. So. And then you could also do custom views inside the cockpit as well. So we are now approaching the top of our descent. As you can tell, I fast forward a lot of this flight. So I'm going in here now, checking out the METAR for San Fran, see if anything's changed for our approach. See if any wind directions have changed, and how fast or how slow. As you can see here. What I'm doing here. I'm typing in extra letters that I shouldn't be typing here. But we're reaching the top of our descent. Oh, wait, again, too many numbers. What am I doing? I need to delete all this. Alright. Come on. Alright. Nope. There we go. Temperature, and that'll give us our approach speed at 111. And we have reached the top of our descent. We're going to make our way down. This is where the VNAV will kick in and start to descend the plane. And just take a look at all these other runways, and we're just going to leave it at 2 wake left. So we're making our way down. We're less than 20 miles away from San Fran. Wheels on the ground in about 20 minutes.
Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779er contact Oakland Center on 127.45.
Going to 127.45 Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779er. Oakland Center Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779er flight level tree 10.
Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779er Oakland Center continue as planned.
Attention, please. We have received indication that we may encounter turbulence. The lighted seatbelt sign has been turned on. Please be seated and fasten your lap belt. When the seatbelt sign is turned off, you may again move about the cabin. Thank you.
Not above 230 knots. Expect ILS runway 30 left approach. Be a quad transition.
Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779 is 47 miles southeast 15,100 feet with whiskey to land.
Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779 San Francisco Tower. Altimeter 29.89, wind 235 at 7. Make straight and runway 28 left.
Fly straight and runway 28 left Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779.
So once you're at 10,000 and below, you can't fly faster than 250 knots. So we're using a little speed brake here to slow the plane down. Once we're about 10 miles away, we want to be at close or to at about or close to approach speed, which is 111 knots in that vicinity. So you have to give yourself time to slow this bad boy down because she's a fast one. So we're now getting close to our transition, and we're making a straight in. We're landing straight in.
May I have your attention, please? We will be landing shortly. Please turn off all portable electronic devices, stow tables, secure luggage, and loose articles. Return your seat to the upright and outboard position. Extend your headrest and fasten your lap belt and shoulder harness. After landing, please remain in your seat with your lap belt and shoulder harness securely fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop in the parking lot. Thank you.
So we're at our final approach. I'm gonna hit the approach button, and hopefully we'll be
altitude.
Hopefully we'll be engaging with the localizer at any moment. Got the airport in front of us. Once we make this final turn, we should see the runway in the distance. There it is. We have connected with the localizer. So let's see how I land this bad boy. Let's see. Let's see how we do. Bring the speed brakes up. We're going to slow her down. Bring the throttle down. Pretty soon we're going to engage our final set of flaps. Bring the gear down. And hopefully we can land this bird in one piece.
Bravo Romeo Echo 1779 wind 356 at 8. Cleared to land runway 28 left.
Cleared to land runway 28 left Bushrat Bravo Romeo Echo 1779.
Altitude. Altitude. Autopilot.
So we're making our approach. I'm a little below the glide scope. And
American 76, follow the generic on final.
I am
Wind
going
016 at
to
15. Caution,
slightly
Cessna
off.
CJ4 landing
Throttle
runway
off.
28 left. Cleared to land runway 28 right.
Oh, I'm gonna be
Cleared to
off.
land runway 28 right, American 76.
Crosswind got me. Should have applied a little more rudder. But I landed.
Bushrat, Bravo, Romeo, Echo
A little bit off the runway,
ground on
but I
121
landed
decimal 8.
in one piece.
121
So I'm gonna call this a success.
Bravo, Romeo, Echo 1779er.
Anyways, man, we'll do the replay. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. D-Sim Corner. Peace.
Approach Bushrat, Bravo, Romeo, Echo 1779er is type Cessna CJ4 3 miles north of San Carlos, 3,100 feet. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
Bushrat, Bravo, Romeo, Echo 1779er, Norcal approach. Squawk 2254.
Squawk 2254 Bushrat, Bravo, Romeo, Echo 1779er. to land.